Leading the way. I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it. Let's see what's in here. As promised. I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it. I'll handle this. Indeed.
Build on song. Nothing worth it. Raw.
Onward!
That interesting. I need something sharp.
I'll handle this.
Not a problem.
Charge!
Build on song. Move. Ixie, honor.
Be on seat. Alrighty.
Absolutely.
I'll see it done.
Hello, Swabby. You ain't one of Benny's. What are you doing here? I could tell you where he is, if you're interested in an exchange. You see, Brutal Ben's locked me and my mates down here to torment our noble Captain Lamont. They had what you might call a disagreement. The Captain's a good man to have at your back, especially for anyone who's fallen into Benwith's sights. Let us free, and we and our captain will owe you a favour. So, what do you say? Benny's the top of the top. Second only to Aldi's in these parts. He's unbeatable, some say. Too much of a brute for his own good, I think. Lamont knew him back in the Deerwood Navy, before he grew into his britches, and that chafes Benwith. One night, our captain breaks a bottle against Benwith's first mate. Now we are rotting in here, while Lamont works the forge like peeling potatoes. Let us out, and we make it past the guards. Keep it quiet and follow me, mates.
How about that?
Let's see what's in here. As promised.
Well, of course.
Yes?
Healed. I don't think so. Certainly. Healed
You
on
better
sorrow.
run! That's how it's done! It's no use. This fight is mine!
Intending.
As you wish.
I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it.
Word a peel.
I'll handle this. Onward.
Leave it to me.
Ask someone else. That's how it's done.
Well, wrong.
I'd be glad to.
Do I hear a mouse scritching, scratching?
Yes.
Who are you? And what are you doing here? Only Benwith's crew has access to my kitchens. Not that I care, really. Speak up so I can hear you. You won't find him in the kitchens, ever. He's high and mighty, gold bricking in Captain Aldi's quarters now. These stairs go back to the court. It's the tower adjacent to this one that leads to Aldi's quarters. Think I want to tattle on you? What do I care if you're looking to hang yourself? Sneak around enough where you ain't supposed to, Benwith will catch you. Carve you into chunks for my stew.
I'll take care of it.
I'll handle this.
Word. Peel those.
Ixie, honor! As you wish.
No prisoners!
You should have run!
Of course. Can do.
Not a problem.
Production's too slow. At this rate, we'll never get out of here. Not till LD's comes back. Hey, scamper off, you. We ain't taking orders. Plus, if your armor's dented, you'd be better served throwing it against some rocks. For the record, I have no idea what I'm doing. And who's set the damned alarms off this time? Didn't you hear them? The horn blast competing with these hammer strikes to split my sodding skull in two. Makes the third time this week someone's thought to mutiny. Because Benwith gets people's blood boiling. He pushes them to do stupid things. I ought to know better than anyone else. That explains why I'm fumbling about this forge, but not why you're here. Me and Brutal Ben had a bit of a disagreement. He tossed most of my crew into the brig. Myself and my first mate got the mercy of serving an extended stint in this forge. If you were one of us, you'd have heard that by now. Gossip flows like water through these parts. Tell me then, stranger, who are you? Blast my eyes and burn my fingers. I know you. Benwith attacked your ship right in the eye of a typhoon. He's been crowing about it enough since. Black Seas, but I hate Benwith. I know, they stopped by the forge. I'll show you the way into Aldi's quarters, where you're sure to find our brutal band. This way, they're on the highest floor of the fort. Door's open, but there's something you ought to consider before you go. Sure, you could traipse right up there into Aldi's quarters to gut Benwith, but he'll be heavily guarded. Meanwhile, me and my crew will be stealing Ben's ship, the Drake, and in doing it, we're gonna bait him into storming outside all alone. Benny docks the Drake in a hidden berth beneath the fort. Kill the guards there for us. Aye, that's why I want your help. After you've cleared the docks, take the western tower to the fort's ramparts and sound the boating bell. 3 rings. Me and my mates will sail out with the Drake. 3 bell tolls alerts the fort to a ship leaving the private docks. With Aldi's gone to sea, that leaves just Ben's Drake docked. Ben's sure to storm the ramparts in a rage. right in time to watch his pride be stolen. Knew I could count on you. I can't wait until Ben gets his. Me and my crew will be taking the Drake now then. Head on to the western ramparts and sound the signal.
Here's the one that saved our skins. Here's the one that saved our skins.
What's in here?
As promised.
Got a spot of blood on you, mate. I take it all's going to plan.
I'll handle this.
I'll have this open in no time.
That'll do it.
Word. Peel down.
This won't hold me for long.
So much for you.
At once.
What's this? Of course.
Let's see what's in here. As promised.
Field on sorrow.
Well then, rock.
That will get through. Low Phoenix.
Certainly.
Field on sorrow.
Yeah. You should have run.
I'll handle this.
No, that'll do it.
Field on sorrow.
Stand together. That's for my friend. Well then, rock. This fight is
I'm on it.
I don't think so.
Can do.
Build on song.
There's that's how it's done.
Let's see what's in here. As promised. Leave it to me.
Word. Build
Stand
on
together.
song.
You got some brass balls to be waltzing in here after the alarm's blared. Yet I can't place your face. Well, you wouldn't be the first I've pissed off and forgotten. Well, you do have a forgettable-like face. Ah, right. You're that sloop captain what got caught in the storms. I take it you did a number on my crew. Figures. I should have stayed to kill you myself. Looks like I'll have to remedy that now. What you hope to accomplish coming around here? You do realise we're standing in the most well-guarded spot in all of Deadlight. Well, aren't you so very skilled and brave? I suppose I ought to begrudge you my respect now. Is that what you thought I'd say? You can fight me if you like, but you won't be leaving this fort alive. Well, of course he is. He's a goddamn pirate, ain't he? He knows how to recognise a threat to his survival. You'll have to take me alive to do either, and that ain't likely to happen. Careful what you say next, or I'm likely to make you eat your entrails. I think not. We'll be fighting to the death now.
Onward. Build on song.
You're some respect. Seek. beyond sick.
Death to our enemies.
I'm here.
I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it. Can do. Need a hand? Not a problem.
Indeed.
I'll see it done.
Did you
That
catch
can't
the
be
new
who I
play
think
by the
it is.
peg leg performers yet? It's awful.
The Green Menace? That I did. Made me want to poke out my eyes.
I'll handle this.
Happily.
Fair day, traveler. Anything I can do for you, just say the word. Lady adventurer at your humble service. I was born in a deer and raised in the field, and there's nary a crevice of this archipelago I haven't seen. I split my time between a deer and the living lands, though I've spent much time in the Deadfire of late. And my goodness, if you think the Deadfire's wild, I must say, it's no more thrilling than a Lady of Luxury's afternoon luncheon in comparison to the glorious madness of the living lands. Being a cipher's come in quite handy, I'll tell you that. Oh, dear me, yes. Can't seem to avoid it. Not a lick of it's my fault, of course. It's the university. Always sending me to the most dangerous corners of Eora, the skimps. If I didn't know better, I might say they were trying to kill me. There's not other way to rid themselves of a tenured professor, after all. Oh, aye. Some you wouldn't right believe. Like the time I lost part of my ear here, see? Lost an entire research team along with the ear. Rather a long day, that was. My colleagues have implied I might be cursed, but I can't say I much agree. It's just the nature of the work, you understand. I mean, goodness, if you want a lady to find you the rarest plants, you gotta send her to the most remote places. On my last expedition, my colleague Inez got herself lost looking for what was essentially a big prickly weed. No medicinal use at all. I found her, though, mostly intact even. A blessing from the living lands, I call it, aye. But I do go on, don't I? With pleasure. Teaching is my specialty, after all. I'm gonna pack your brain with so much knowledge, you're gonna have a headache for a week. All I need from you is 3,000 copper. Excellent. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Yes?
Hello there. Anything I can do for you, just say the word. Lady adventurer at your... I split my... And being a cipher's coming, trouble seems to find me wherever I go. Not a lick of it's my fault, of course. It's a university. Always sending me to the most dangerous corners of Aora, the scamps. If I didn't know better, I might say they were trying to kill me. There's not other way to rid themselves of a tenured professor, after all.
E così, traveler. Care to hear a tale? Well, I was born to a family of merchants on the Pearl Coast. I was a restless boy, and my feet took me to the Valen Republics when I came of age. I learned of the power of geography and language at my father's knee, and those skills proved useful in the Republics. I had many successful years as a merchant, and then I made a mistake. I joined up with a company based in Girara that traded in beautiful weavings, but they were ill-gotten gains, forcibly produced by a weaver the company kidnapped named Bonicetta. I didn't learn the truth until it was too late, and when our crime was uncovered, I was exiled from the Republics. I would like to make amends to Bonicetta personally, but it seems a distant possibility. Ah, well, I learned my lesson. I won't be played for a fool again. Hark, you listen to my tale. I suppose I can do that for you for 3,000 copper? Well done. You nearly forgot something.
I'd be glad to.
Fair winds, traveler. Well, it is good to blend in. All the better to observe the business of those around you, yes? Corres.
Ain't no cruel eye of me. What good's a pirate who can't see? Forget navigating by the stars or shooting a pistol. I can't even swing a sword accurately now. Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? Andra's blessings to you for sharing, sailor. Is this what my life boils down to? A moment of entertainment for others? I was a bosun not so long ago, and a damn good one at that. But I took a shot to the face, see? Didn't lose much skin, but the flash burned out me eyesight. I can't make out so much as a blurry shape more than a foot away. Makes me right useless on a crew now, don't it? No one'll have me for work.
Of course.
Me for a buttered slice of hardtack. It's you, ain't it? Angry by the thumbs. At your service, he says. I'll keep it quick, see? If your little dinghy has got some chase in it, I've got a list of captains with a black mark to their name whose ships need a quick scuttling. And I'm in the market for a scuttler. You read me like a book, you do. Then let's talk business, eh? You'll be looking to scuttle Cornu first, one of Rowatai's finest, eh? I don't ask my client what he did or what scale his death balance is. Safer to keep questions in the hold. Hope the Navy doesn't trouble you none over it. They tend to hold a grudge. Hey, you're better at this than I thought. You open to more work and more coin for your troubles? Your next target is Kuaru, a Huana captain with a black mark on his name. He sees outlander ships like floating game ready to be harpooned. He's well scuttled then? Blimey, you're keen at this. There's more work in your future. Just give me the usual signal, eh? You'll be scuttling a Valian captain next. Rock Stomper Rodul is a mountain dwarf with a penchant for sinking freedom lovers. So you'll be doing me a personal favour scuttling his craft. Knowing the Deadfire waters are short, a pirate hunter is worth 10 times its weight in pyres. Hate to say it, Scuttler, but I'm tapped out. My client's gone awfully quiet, so we're both better off sailing for the next horizon. Is that you? What's it been?
Kill
5
him,
years?
wait an hour, then pull any gold teeth. Easy as pie.
You're an idiot. Wait a minute, wait an hour. Alive, dead, it makes no difference at all.
I've pulled plenty of gold teeth. I know the right way of it.
Maybe I'll pull your teeth just to prove you wrong.
What do you know? It really does make no difference. You, out.
Wonder what this is.
Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the King's Coffee. What can I do for you? Figured that out all on your own, did you? You're right, though. Inherited an old dhow from my da when he passed. Right piece of shit it was, too. Realised I was bound to make more coin turning her into a tavern than letting her rot in her berth. What do you want? So long as you show me some coin. What can I do for you?
Touch the courtesans without their permission, and I'll break your legs. Got it?
I'll handle this.
My, aren't you a handsome one? Did you need help with something, my dear? Isn't it obvious? I entertain, of course. It'll cost you 50 pyres, naturally. And don't let the wrinkles fool you. I'm still young at heart, and I've got more experience than most.
What do we have here? How can I ease your troubles, friend? I surprise and delight the clientele. My speciality is oils, full-body rub-downs, right? Fit to leave you limber, clear-headed, and free of the stresses of hard living. I got other skills, of course, should you be looking. And all for a measly 200 pyres.
lost my goddamn soul in stupidity. Andre, save me now. My ship was attacked and boarded by pirate hunters. Didn't know if we'd be able to get away, so I swallowed down my most valuable possession, Ngati's black tear, a gemstone about the size of my fist. Of course now it ain't coming out of either end. Been trying all manner of foul concoctions to no effect on account of my stomach being too strong. Years of sailing the storm-racked seas will do that to you. Started feeling an intense pain 2 days ago. I think I might be dying. I can't even crawl no more. Make me puke. Whatever you gotta do, just make it happen before this cursed gem kills me. Give me something strong enough to upset even my iron gut. Rosanella's got a stand in the Radiant Court. She's been supplying me with some experimental concoctions, tweaking them after. Tell her the last one actually came close to working.
I suppose it can't be helped.
What can I do for you? What do you want?
Hello. May I help you? Need anything? I'm not sure what there is to tell. I'm a man of adventure, mostly. A few. More than I could share in a night, to be sure. There is one that's close to my heart. It led me to my love. I was on an expedition into the backwoods of Readceras when I came across an abandoned town. To my great surprise, I found a tremendous hoard of books in the town priest's cottage. The Readcerans are conservative folk, more so even than the Adirans. They don't have much use for reading that doesn't come from one of the holy texts of the Church of Aethys. And what a selection of books it was. Every subject represented, even some questionable ones. I couldn't help but help myself to them. I took as many as I could carry, and I can carry quite a bit. Read them all cover to cover and learned a lot too. I tired soon of wandering, so I settled in a small town in the Deerwood and became a tutor for a noble family. Fell in love with the governess, naturally, and I stayed. For a while. I felt a stirring in my bones one day. I can't explain it. I just woke up, caught sight of the horizon, and had to go. I left my lady wife right there in our marital bed. I don't know what's waiting for me out here in the Deadfire, but I have hope this will be my biggest adventure yet. Well, you listened to my long tale. I suppose you are owed a trick or two. For the low price of 3,000 copper. Much obliged.
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you, loyal patron. Oh, thank you, patron. I'll be debt-free in no time. I was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. It turned out not to be such a sure thing, and now Harker owns my arse until I can pay off the debt. course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks, they all got added onto my tab at the end of the day. I work for a handful of pyres per day. How could I find enjoyment in that?
What can I do for you?
You half-masted sot. She's got to be 90 years old.
Fresh fruit, vegetables, dried goods for long voyages. I got it all right here. What can I stock you up with today?
Looking for work? I've got coin and a few scores to settle.
So you're the captain the old port's been talking about? Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort. Welcome to Dunnage. What are you having? I'll pour you a double. No one survives the floating hangman, or so they say. It's the ship of the dead. You spy it on the horizon, you flee as fast as you can. If it's a drink you're wanting, I got enough grog stock to drown a shark. Food's another story. What are you having? I'll pour you a double. Ah, I guess the last concoction I made for him didn't do the trick then. Poor bastard. There's one last tincture recipe I know that won't kill him, probably. It's called Andra's Bile, but I don't have all the ingredients in stock. You'll need a rotten hagfish, an unripened palm stone, and a vial of fire kelp extract. Have him mix it all with a half tankard of grog and, well, hope for the best. Check the barrels around Lifter's Refuse for the rotten hagfish. You might be able to find unripened palmstone for sale somewhere in Radiant Court. Parker in the King's Coffin usually keeps some fire kelp extract on hand for special purposes. Be careful when dealing with that one. I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh? He'll have stuff dribbling out of both ends for a week. Maybe 2 if he's really unlucky. The goal is to make him vomit, remember? A rotting hagfish produces a special oil once it reaches a certain level of decay.
You carry yourself like a person well acquainted with violence. Care to put your skills to use for a good cause? And some coin? It's simple enough. The firebrand commanded by Captain Henqua once plagued the Deadfire. The skill and brutality of Henqua's crew was the stuff of legends. But pirate legends don't live long. Some months ago, an alliance of Neketaka pirate hunters managed to corner the firebrand and sink her off the coast of Tikawara. They confirmed Captain Henkwa's death, but her senior crew members escaped unscathed. And now it seems like bringing the firebrand's crew to justice doesn't matter to anyone but me. So I want you to kill them. And I'll pay you out of my own pocket if you do. The firebrand had a mascot, a useless little bastard, who's taken to calling himself Lord Admiral Imp. He's not terribly dangerous on his own, but he's keen to make a nuisance of himself wherever he goes. Last I heard, Lord Admiral Imp was making himself comfortable in Queen's Berth. You'll find him there with a few zarups and constructs, the little buggers convinced to follow him. Bless their simple hearts. You'll be taking down Lady Ipiro, Captain Henkwa's former first mate and a rumored lover. She's a cipher, and a dangerous one at that. Ipiro maintains an estate in Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. But I wouldn't recommend you rush in muzzles blasting and swords held high. She keeps a number of bodyguards on her payroll. You'll be going after Katren, the firebrand's resident wizard. Rumor has it she was once an apprentice to Arkemir before turning pirate. Last I heard, Katren and her sundry little minions could be found lazing about the sacred stair here in Neketaka at night. No idea where she disappears off to during the day. I have a challenge for you, my friend. And his name is Torkar, leader of the firebrand's boarding parties. He's an ogre, with a reputation for cleverness and cruelty both. I've even heard tell it was Torkar who was behind the firebrand's most successful tactics, not Henkwa. Torkar was last seen at Lifter's refuge here in Dunnage, dead set on joining a crew, or assembling his own. I trust you won't let that happen. It's nothing personal. The crew earned their reputation through murder and thievery, and it would make me sick to see them regain an ounce of their power. There's no need to make my concerns your own, my friend. It's family business, that's all. But I suppose you have a right to know. My idiot kid sister was on the firebrand, seduced to a dishonest life by the promise of adventure. When the pirate hunters killed the crew and sank the ship, they also killed my sister. But those irredeemable lowlifes I sent you after got away without a scrape. I want them to pay. I don't much care how, so long as they take their turn on the wheel. Happy hunting.
Welcome to my emporium. Whatever you need, I sell. What would you like to buy today? I do now. I started out with only one stall and eventually branched out, buying out my competitors one by one.
The Watcher is a regular ship hunter's ship hunter.
Aye. Anyone who kills that many Valine trading bastards is a right hero of mine.
My old captain, from the day he was born to the day he died. Always he was rail thin. He wound up with a wooden leg, 6 ships and a bilious fever. Sunrise is a woe. The coming horizon is a seaside ruin.
My good sir, hello. Whatever might I do for you? I'm certain there's no need to tell you, observant as you no doubt are, that I am an actor. Stage, tavern, street corner, they are as much my home as where I lay my head at night. So I travel Aora, looking for opportunities to share my gifts with the grateful masses, wherever that may lead me. Oh, goodness, yes, loads of it. I've been known to joke that I'm less a man than I am a walking bank for all the coin that I carry. The common folk do so love an actor. We bring mystery and excitement to their otherwise dreary lives. Yes, you could say we're doing the God's work. How dare you? But you're not wrong, to my great chagrin. Times have been tough of late, what with the giant statues smashing up the place, and few in the Deadfire have coin to spare besides. It's quite difficult, you know, living as I do. On occasion, foolish folk will take my act for reality. I've thrice been run out of a town for impersonating a foreign dignitary. Damn fools don't understand the blistering wit of my satire, I tell you. I had to learn to protect myself as a result, though I must admit, what martial skills I've got aren't of use for much more than fighting off wolves or throttling a thief with designs on my satchel. Thank the gods, I hardly ever need to use them. I could talk myself out of nearly anything, you know. Well, thank you. I must say it's gratifying to be recognized for one's talents. All things being equal, I'd much rather recite a sonnet than swing an axe, but a man's got to make his way in the world any way he can. I would be honored, but a man needs to make a living, you know. So, for my services, how about 3,000 copper? Fantastic! Let's get to it then.
Welcome to the treasure trove, sailor. Anything in my trove catches your eye, you let me know. All right.
Ready when you are. Just say the word. Just say the word.
So Arch, I got a bit of a wayward wind feel about you. I'll be keeping an eye on you, I will. Anything in my trove catches your...
Slip past me.
Yeah, I'm on it. Quick and quiet.
Andra's gills. There's no hope. That was a disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one. A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster. Oh of course you haven't heard of us. Like I needed more proof that we're talentless hacks. We're the Peg-Leg Performers. Formerly the Seabird Serenaders, formerly the Jax Finnegan First Ensemble of Dunnage. But now, well, my troupe's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm. We haven't drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks. But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers, I just know my play would take off. Only the biggest thing to hit the Deadfire since the Valian Trading Company started hunting us like sea hounds. I'm talking about Aethus storming through the archipelago and capsizing nearly a whole fleet of our ships. A better Aethus, for one. I'm the tallest one in our troop. I'm still not very convincing, even when I bother to dye my skin blue. Also, our special stage effects aren't all that special anymore. We had someone for that role, but she got herself into debt and has a new job at the King's Coffin. Really? Well, that's great. Then we could... Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this? With you helping me acquire the right talent, I'd wager it's going to be phenomenal. I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers, a wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Aethus. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunnage, Diana at the King's Coffin. But unfortunately, I got no idea of where we might find a suitable Aethus. Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment. I'll turn us a profit or die trying.
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance. I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money. Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere. Sure, it's worth a try, I guess. You must really want to see Kalandra's play. Well, I won't stop you from helping me out. You haven't heard the rumours, I take it? Some people say he's the Red King. Aye, I'd heard that too. But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics. Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King. I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation, a real violent disposition, and besides, people in this port generally don't like others prying into their past.
What can I do for you? Infamous to his enemies, famous to his friends. Folks decided to call me the Red King. I had nothing to do with that. But I didn't tell them to stop neither. See, the Valian Republics drove my Dar out of business, and I repaid them in kind by taking their ships and their treasure. A whole lot of it. Got right tired of ship hunters crawling up my arse every time I went out to sea. So I paid off my crew, scuttled this ship here, and went my merry way. In other words, the Red King is dead. And if you ask me any more about it, you will be too. Sure do, and at a generously discounted price too. 250 pies. Be careful you don't get any of it in your eyes. Burns like a mother. Oh, burns like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't wish that sting on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. Actually, yeah, I would. Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable. Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so sweet as your offer is, you can keep the money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here. That's a shrewd observation. Maybe you're not so easy a mark after all. Tierna's free to go.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Ready when you are. I'm on it.
Puny. Too puny to join my crew. Go away. Be gone. Scram. As I said, I seek bodies for a crew. And no, you cannot join. It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, bounty hunter. It will be just as kind of you to die by my hand.
How do you like that?
Ulu. Ten. worth and wrath. That's on me. I don't think. Word that healed on soul. At once.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is. You really think so? Maybe I do have a mug made for the stage. I sure got the voice for it, eh? Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Well, if it isn't Arca's new business partner, that's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged. Don't bother lying. Several of my men saw you at the King's coffin. Looks like Arca's hiring new muscle and coming out of retirement. And I can't be having that now, can I? Think I'll send him your head as a reminder to stick to selling grog and flea-infested beds.
Beyond sick.
Arthur, worth it.
It's not working! Bring them!
Ixie, Anna! Already.
Absolutely.
Hmm?
I shall.
Goes the captain who murdered Benwith.
It's cleaner than I expected.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taerna back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play. And now that we've got a real big brute for Aethys, we can put on a proper play. Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased. Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews. The Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. Two ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We are doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the dawn stars, for they have summoned me. And now I must feed.
Twill will be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
And that's the story of how Aethys sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the green menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated. They love us, do you see? They God's damned loved us thanks to you. Thanks again for your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
I did it. I remembered me lines.
How was I? Bloody marvellous, I bet.
If it's a drink you're wanting, I got enough grog stocked. What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
I welcome your return. I'd say it's a shame to have lost such a brilliant mind, but Torkar didn't give you any choice. That's one down. Just 3 left to go. If you're still game.
Damn my gut! Just kill me now! Lost my God's damn soul in stupidity! Andra, save me now! Oh! Oh, God! He's coming out the other end now! Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I need a change of bottoms.
Yeah?
What is it?
Interesting.
Castell warned me you would come, but he did not indicate how much he'd have briefed you in advance. Need I remind you, the entire point of dealing with the chaff at Crookspur was to make inroads with them, my special associate. However, we shall consider this an opportunity lost and put it behind us. You do still hold immense value as an investment for my success. Come, let us share a fine conversation. Taught the brute a lesson, did you? Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation. And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize. However, there is another matter of which we must now speak. I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen, one which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire. It would seem I have undervalued you, Watcher. I will not mince words, as you undoubtedly know what we are up against. This galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a frightful legend. We have been losing ships at sea, amico, and not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say. Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood. Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can. Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me. You aren't quite what I expected, Watcher. You're kinder than most. Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding, couldn't kill them, couldn't even fight them in the end. They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferros of Old Valia. It belonged to our Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
Deny me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am. Took a knock-in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me. Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the Spectre ship skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time. One moment, Watcher. How very clever of you. Indeed, the White Kestrel and her crew were pledged to Aldis. However, it is not by virtue of Aldis that Selenia yet lives, and I would have that well remembered. I can be a generous leader, you understand. Truly. Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Revan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakortsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Revan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka. One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume. Meaning what by that last? You were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed? God save us from fools who battle with blind trust. A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must of course presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Revan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors. Selenia is not a captive. The matter is not whether she will go free, but when. If you insist it must be sooner, then so be it. She is uncouth, and would happily repay my benevolence with a knife in the back, yet you fault my precaution. I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation. Keep an ear to the sea, amico. I will contact you when I have made a significant gain into the investigation of our mysterious floating hangman.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
Much ado to you, Casita. A word of advice. Guard your back in Dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene. Elsewise, how might I be of assistance? You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today? Yes, our Council of Captains. There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. Seat holders convene to vote on a variety of issues concerning the Principe's well-being. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically. Ferrante, the last Marcheso, holds the highest ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the second most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the second chair and I am the third. Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes. I met Ferrante decades ago. Many years I sailed as his first mate before building my own humble fleet. When in the Principe, do as the Valians do. Unless, of course, you have no care for tradition or the continued sustainability of our way of life, like some filthy new blood. You may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new, by which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold old Valia in grand esteem, and the varied and often uncouth recruits we have since brought into the fold. I assure you the latter was supremely by necessity, though perhaps I am ill-equipped to throw stones. As a casita of some repute, you will be most welcome in the king's coffin, but you should watch yourself throughout the radiant court.
to the wind. Heave-ho, Incidente. Hundreds grace on the lonely skin as we sail down the Deadfire way. We've gone a long way, left our loves behind. Heave-ho, Incidente. It caused me a sorrow most unkind. While crossing down the Deadfire way, hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho, Incidente. Hundreds graceful will all be seen. Drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, drop a good...
Sickle comes for us all, yet his light shines brightest for those who embrace him.
Yes?
Avast, ground filth! Why disturb Lord Admiral, eh? Not doing anything wrong! Go away! Boat! Lord Admiral has fleet! Blast filthy ground stink city! Start with you, eh? Get him, cullies!
No use.
Not a problem. Ready when you are.
For what do you enter my home uninvited? This is my estate, not a beachside hut. You invite this information so freely. Is it your first time?
Ulu. Stand. Field of song. It's no use.
Stand together. That's how it's done.
Loveru, beyond, seek.
Should've run.
What can I do?
That's how it's done. I'll handle... Of course.
Through the temple.
Indeed.
You go in first.
I shall.
Bleeding me dry. All I needed was a few damn components. What? I haven't the time necessary to illuminate you. Be on your way. Oh, not this again. There's a dozen of you fools in every city.
Stand!
Nothing I can do.
Death to our...
Ixie, Anna!
Beyond seek.
Well then, right.
Better try something out. Sorry, food! It's not working! No prisoner!
Does take a trip to Port Margie. Tell me way, hey, ho, ya. The Port Margie, where the sailors stay. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Then maiden captains you'll see there. Tell me way, hey, ho, ya. With the knee-high boots and the fine dark hair. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Around Cape White to Port Margie, tell me way, hey, hurrah, around Cape White, it's a damn long way, hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Around Cape White with the sky sail set, tell me way, hey, hurrah, around Cape White.
Certainly.
I welcome your return. So, the puffed up little charlatan is gone for good. Well done. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention. Finally, the lady falls. You already have my gratitude. Now take my coin. There's just the 1 crew member left now. Danae was a wild girl from the day she was born. She came out of the womb yelling loud enough to make your ears bleed, and she never really stopped. She chased a bad end like a winter-starved wolf chases the first fat deer calf of spring. It was only a matter of time before she caught it. But dead is dead, and reminiscing with you won't bring her back. I hope Catherine put on a good show for you before the end. You've put to bed the last of the Firebrand's crew, my friend, which was more than I ever could have hoped for. Thank you truly. I can rest easy now, knowing they got what they deserved.
I said no, Tatok. The drowned barrows are closed. If you want to join your son, you can offer yourself to Nemnok next season.
An outlander?
This is Drunvik business, none of yours.
Our elders crossed the land bridge to protect their children. You disgrace their memory, feeding our young to the mountain Anik. Nemnok will release my son, or perish.
Kali sacrificed himself for the good of the tribe, right, Tatok?
I lived a full life in the shadow of the barrows. Kali deserves the same.
If you reject Nemnok's accord, then you are truly lost. May Kali find peace in the embrace of the Mighty One.
Spit on Nemnok.